Hello ladies, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Well, it's that time of the year that weather starts changing, at least in my neck of the woods. Usually it gets cold by Halloween, and Halloween is coming, so it started getting cooler, which I am quite happy about. Except when I wake up in the morning and forgot to turn the heat on. Oh, hold on, I didn't. Oh, you can see me. It's just very dark. Give me just a second. Not too bright, not too dark. Okay. Hi Beth, hi Sharon, hi Gayleen. Glad you made it, Elaine. So, let us get various types of leaves that you can do, and it would be pretty much the last time this year that you can do this, and I've shown this type of stuff before. At least I think I did. I don't know, there are so many things. First of all, whenever you try to do an actual leaf earring, unless you're going for the ceramic imitation or for the ones that, and I'll show you something like that in a few minutes, or for ones that have stamp imprints. Hi Wanda. You want to make them relatively thin. Okay, one of the easiest ways to do is to actually grab a leaf from outside, and these are various, amazingly there are various kind of leaves. I mean, these two are the same, they are from the mock orange, and this one is from the pennies. So, but what you want is something that has very strong vines on the back, and I'm going to show you two variants of that. So we need some nice black, and you can use two kinds of cutters. These are the plain teardrop. Hold on, I think I'm way too far over there. These are the Primo Scalpi ones, and these are the Lotus. Sorry, apparently I'm having another yawn attack. The lotus petals that you can find both on my Amazon influencer store and on Polyclay Play's website. But you can do these in two ways. If you're deciding to go with just plain this, I suggest use Perfect Birds. If you do not, and you want to resin, then you can use whatever thing you want. So the first one would be, and which should we choose? Let's choose this one. And you can use the regular Pearlex, but you'll have to varnish it. Okay, so I'm going to use this simply, the two variants. All right. Let me lift this for now. And we are going to do both on with resin, because it's easier for me to show you how it looks like once it's if you decide to do resin and varnishing. All right. Oh my, the ice cream truck. I don't know if you can hear it. because I left the glass open. Okay, and then we take one of these. Let me see which of them has the deepest. This one seems to have the deepest veins. Oops. And now you have a very beautiful texture of the leaf here. Of course, if you have veiners for leaves and petals and stuff, you can use those. But I just wanted to show you how to do this without veiners. I still didn't glue this. Okay, so we can do several colors. So you want them to go in the veins. You don't want them to, because we are going to lift the extra. And let's give it a little bit of yellow. I'm not gonna do orange. Another thing that you need to do something, but as long as you don't need it, you forget about it. And then use some green. I mean, you can do whatever color combinations you want. No, I said green, not red. And let me use some yellow too for a better there we go. And now I'm going to blow first, and then as usual I'm going to use tape. Something happened to my tape. Yeah, kind of looked on itself or something. And we are going to lift everything that's not in the veins. And see how we start getting left with just the what in the world? Something is very wrong here. The tape went backwards and looped around itself somehow. Look. See how it's looped here. I got one. I got the second one. Okay, now I just have to get back the original. There we go. Never did that before. And at this point we can leave it like this. Now what I would personally do, I would bake it on a slightly rounded base. Of course I would make it smaller for a regular earring, unless you like the shoulder. Hi Lianka. The shoulder huggers. But at this point it is pretty much all it's supposed to be. You can see it still has a little bit of, so I would just put it on a, like, you know, like on something like this to bake it and then varnish it. This tape has something against me today. Now for the second one, and as I said, I think I've shown this before, but I think it was a more complicated thing. I mean, sometimes it's hard for me to remember everything because, you know, I keep bragging, but it is the truth. I have well over 1,000 videos uploaded, so sometimes it's a little bit harder to remember now. I think this one has the ones that are a little bit deeper. So this is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to first use it and then cut. So with this one I'm going to go with splotches. And I'm going to use the same 4 colors. You don't have to, you can use just 2 colors or just 1 color even. Okay, but contrary to what I did before, this time I'm going to gently blot the leaf itself with various colors. And finally the red. And again, it's not any kind of model or anything left, it's just various colors. Alrighty. Now let me put the lids back, because if I don't, I'm gonna topple them. I know I would. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If if I don't put the lids on. And we are ready to do this, and you have to be very delicate. First of all, make sure that your surface is nice and pretty, and then very delicately place it. Just do a couple passes with your finger. And there we go. We have kind of like a shadow, but trust me, it's going, once it's getting resined or varnished, it's going to be fabulous. Okay. I will move it like this once I lift it, trust me. There we go. So I'm going to bring it closer, but so to avoid that glare, but right now let's just do the resin. And then I will be going ahead to show you while these are getting cured. I know it doesn't look like much right now. It will look like $1,000,000 once you apply the resin or the varnish on it. Of course, apply the varnish after you bake, unless you use scalpy gloves that can be baked as well. But again, if you want to get more depth stuff, as I said, bake it on a cylinder, and after baking, varnish it, and it's going to show all its beautiful there we go. Can you do it on other colors? You can, but the effect will not be as beautiful as it is on black. And just as a tip, even if you do get with the resin all the way to the edge, I suggest you go one more time, because by the time you're done with one side, the resin would have pulled away a little bit from the edge, because it's self-doming. And again, do not use another UV resin except the Chinese one, because I cannot guarantee that it's not going to get yellowish or whatever when you bake it. But the Chinese UV resin can be baked without a problem. Okay, now let's get another you can use a metallic or a pearlescent or whatever. I'm going to just use some alizarin crimson to make a more ruffly leaf. And again, if you have a veiner, you can use the veiner. If not, you can, I cannot find my veiner. You can use the any leaf in your garden that has a little bit of more prominent veining. You look at the back because that's what you want to do. If you want to let the veins out, then yeah, you look at the front. But most of the time you need the back because the back of it will give the effect of the front. All right, so let me first, I'm going to use a teardrop this time. And again, you don't have to make them with the biggest cutters. I'm just making it because it's easier for you to see what I'm doing than if I were working on a very, very tiny thing. Now, I'm going to grab a ball stylus. Hey. And what I'm going to do first is to put some Armor All on my ball stylus, and then I'm going to grab this and I'm going to gently and whenever my ball stylus starts sticking, so you don't do that very much, just some. You don't want it to fully ruffle, just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to grab the leaf. And we got this. And I can go a little bit more. Because you want it to be a little bit ruffled when you're done with it. Just a pinch. Oh, my house shifted or something. And what you want to do, you don't want to place it on directly a hard surface. So you can grab a paper towel, get it a little scrunchy, and then place your leaf here. And it's going to look, because it's a little bit scrunchy, it's going to look like a normal leaf. And then you can add a little bit of bronze or copper on the very edges, just on the edges, mind you. And you can do this with any color clay that is autumnish. And just extend just a few droplets. And again, if you do this, if you do use Perlex, you're going to need to varnish. If you use perfect pearls, you don't. Okay, so this is how it will look. Very autumnish. Okay, let me change the focus a little bit so I can show you the other ones. Alrighty, so it's too far, too close. Okay, so this is it, the main one. And I would suggest to use a mica powder that is close in color with the clay itself. Now let's look at our other two beauties. And there you go. So the first one, the one where we mica the veins. See, it still has a little bit, and you should leave a little bit of pearl. And the other one, that's kind of like a mixed colors on the leaf itself. There we go. I still get lines. As much as I try not to, it's a mirror, so maybe next time I shouldn't use a mirror. Yeah, next time I'm not going to use a mirror. Alright, the next this also does some reflection, but not as bad as a mirror. Okay, sorry, I had a what's this moment. Gonna use this one. I just grabbed what was closer. So with this we can use two different types of it's the same technique, but they are two different styles. I hope that makes sense. So the first technique will be very related to the one before, and you can do it in two different ways. The first way is to have on the shape of a leaf so on the shape of a leaf you have different stamps, whatever you decide to have. So it would be the same principle, only here you will go just a tiny thicker. So this is a 5, right? And the other thing is that you don't have to go with mica powder. This time we are going to go with chalk pastels. I swear to you, the chalk pastels are one of the powders in general are good. Yes, please don't forget to like and don't forget to comment after the video is uploaded. Don't forget to comment on it. because that would bring it up in the recommendations. Alrighty, so first I'm going to cut my shape. Oops. What the heck is this? Okay, I don't know what that is and where it came from. I'll redo, sorry. So again, this is the thickness number 5 on the Makins machine. And by the way, a lady made me aware, and I went and I checked, and they don't make Makins machines anymore. So boo-hoo, you know. Anyway, you can sand this afterwards, the ragged edge, but I'm looking for my little. So I'm going to choose, what color should I choose? Let's get an orange. And let's get a darker orange. And let's get a dark green. Alrighty. I should have done the stamp first, but oh well. You know, things happen. So out of all this, and of course if you have leaf stamps, I probably have some, and actually I should get a leaf stamp. Just a second. All right. So let's grab a whatever leaf. Let's go for this one. There we go. I think I need to grab a few more. Brushes for next time. And then I'm gonna go just on the stamp part And again do a splotchy. And yellow, orange, and green. So just go all over the area of the stamp with your paintbrush. Don't press much, just gently use the, let's go around. Another thing that you can do, if your stamp is deep enough, you can always bake this and then come and do an inlay with, once it's baked, with raw clay. If you look on my channel, remember, if you go to my channel page on YouTube, there's a little search function, and if you search clay inlay, you will find at least 2 tutorials that show you how to do clay inlay in clay. Now this shouldn't be resin, this should be what I would do, you can lacquer it, but what I would do, I would just use translucent liquid clay to make it look more like ceramic. And you can do this in different variants. For example, you can do this black thing, obviously, but another thing that you can do is, and for this I would use souffle. Use one of the warm souffle colors like cowboy, or I forgot what color is that, latte, I think. And use brown or even black for this. Okay, hold on, I have some. And then again use the liquid clay as a varnish, because liquid clay will give the impression of ceramic. Now you can also do it with white clay, and you can either use like a cobalt blue, or to make it look like cobalt china, obviously, or you can use this kind of same stuff, or you can use a dirty white, like mix a little bit of beige in it, or even just a pinch of burnt umber to get a more of a dirty white, like ceramics would be, because there's a difference between white ceramics and white china, right? The white ceramics are kind of an off-white. And you can use again this type of stuff, but they are both in the same style. Now another thing that you can do is but again it depends what textures you have, is I've shown you before the flattened satin slice. Oh, and by the way, when you do this kind, I forgot to say, when you do this kind of stuff, they don't have to be shaped. If you have the leaf stamps, your base doesn't have to be shaped like a leaf. Let me get it closer. It can be rectangular, round, whatever you prefer. Okay, so this is how it would look. And of course, once it's baked, you can refine the edges and everything. And it's more like traditional tribal, however you wanna call it. So this would be different than, come on. Oh, not you. I was trying to change the wrong thing. Some different ways than what the regular leaves are. If you want to do a more regular leaf, I think I have, God, give me just a second. Actually, no, I'll get you to my channel and show you how to look for stuff. Let me get the display. Okay, so this is the search, and you will search leaf first. Let's see what we are getting. See, so that would be, unfortunately we get metal leaf too, but this is a very nice type of, and you can make this kind of stuff just with them. These were made on, oops, shut up. You can get this kind of stuff from Hobby Lobby or whatever. They are little skeletons of leaves that you can color and then resin. And let's see, of course there's a lot of canes. I had that organic. This is how to cover a bowl to get a candle. And as you can see, there's plenty of leaf examples. On how to make leaves and earrings and all kinds of, these are the regular plain simple autumn leaves earrings. The simplest thing possible. That's why I'm not going to show it again. Just the final. Come on. As you can see, and this is made with Perlex that you would have to obviously varnish. But essentially I gave you several. It's kind of like the same technique but with different materials and how it can look with different materials. Where did I put this? This and this. And they look like 4 completely different styles if you notice. But you can do them in a ton of variants. I personally like a lot, and I made a lot for friends for fall. The alizarin crimson with copper or bronze. This one is, let me tell you exactly, it's super russet in the Perlex. And what else I used? I used the yellow, brilliant yellow, duo green yellow, and pumpkin orange on all of these. And if you don't have chalk pastels and you decide to buy some chalk pastels now, you will find some both on Polyclay Play. And please don't forget to use my affiliate link. And you will find some on my Amazon influencer store. But if you find anywhere else and you think it's cheaper, make sure that they are soft chalk pastels, because there are different grades of hardiness to them. And if you buy unknowingly, without knowing that what it is required, and you buy harder chalk pastels, it's gonna be a pain to use them. Only the soft chalk pastels have the proper fineness of the grain when you shave them. And if you are able to get something that's a little bit better quality, unfortunately this specific also, if you can find non-smear, this specific brand cannot be found anymore. But to give you an idea why it is a good investment, the chalk pastel is a very good investment, because look at this. I've had these for over 10 years. And you know I've been using them, and you can see the only one that looks a little worn out is the white and a bit the gray. But they will last like forever. So even if you don't get all these combinations, all these colors that I have here, if you get one with less colors, a good soft chalk pastel is a good investment for your craft. So the same as it is, I told you I got my whole collection over the years. It's like I had, forgot what it was, $10 or $15 budget a month, and I would buy some of that. Now prices have raised a little with some much, and I also have to thank a lot of people who sent me gifts. But you don't have to have the whole shebang, all the colors, as long as you have like 10 colors, you are good to go. Okay, thank you so much. And try and you can make, especially if you go to venues, you can make a ton of earrings for fall. Yeah, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like. If you are watching this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to comment after the video is up, because it takes a few minutes after the live is over. And please don't forget to use my Amazon influencer store and Polyclay Play affiliate links. Thank you so much. See you next Sunday, and you will have something new uploaded this week. Okay? Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Bye.